Hey, Coach Cruisers out there. This is Brad. I'm your host of Coach Cruise. And just a real quick note on that Coach Cruisers thing. I did put out a poll asking all of you out there. It was on YouTube. I don't know if you saw it or not. Hopefully you did. Maybe you were part of the 78% that said if they had the choice of being referred to as Cruise Team or Coach Cruisers, they would prefer Coach Cruisers. So that's what I'm going to address. All the subscribers out there and all of you new to the channel, welcome aboard, and I hope you decide to become a Coach Cruiser as well. So anyway, what we're talking about today is music. And you remember back in the day, we're talking about back in the day, this could have been on cassette tape. That's how old I am. Or it could have been burning a CD. I did that too. So maybe I'm not like ancient old because I did burn CDs as well. Okay, but we're talking about creating a mixtape. And I've created a mixtape that I'm calling Coach Cruise, mix number 1. And the reason I call it number 1 is because it's only a 12-pack of songs. Because I'm hoping that this goes over well and people like the music, you like the music, and hopefully you'll share it, you'll like the video, and then you'll include in the comments what songs I need to make as part of a playlist next. And maybe we'll have, 3 playlists, maybe we'll have 6, maybe we'll have a dozen. There's so much good music out there, right? And the music that I picked for this first playlist, and remember it's the first, because I know I'm going to get some remarks like, how the heck, Coach, could you not put this guy in the first mix? Or how could you not put this girl in the first mix? I'm like I said, it's only 12. It's only 12, and I would like to do more of these, but again, it depends on what you think about it. So after this video, if you like the concept, even if you don't like the list, every song on the list of 12, if you would hit that like button and then put in the comments the songs that you would like. But how about we get to my list here, and we'll do that right after this.
I just can't get away from a good time.
Okay, so you heard just a tiny little 10-second clip of one of our 12 songs, and that's by a relatively new artist. I mean, she's new to me anyway. Maybe a couple of you out there know this young lady, but I love her voice. I love this particular song. I think once you play it and you hear it in its entirety, you can see why I like it so much, but you got a little taste of it, just a little taste, little snack on there. So yeah, that's the first, and you can definitely, I think, tell why it would be in a cruise mix. So let's get on to number 2. Okay, so One Margarita. I think most of you have probably heard that song, and most of you probably enjoy that song. So that won't be much of a surprise. Bryan is one of the big stars in the country music industry, and he's had a couple great, beach type songs, party type songs, and that is certainly one of them, One Margarita. He has another one, and hint, hint, it's actually part of this 12-song playlist. It just happened that way. Again, I know I'm already probably gonna get a couple comments like, why did you put 2 songs of his and then leave this person out completely? Again, I hope to do more playlists. It all depends on how well this first list goes over, if people like it. And like I say, if there's a lot of likes, a lot of views, a lot of people sharing it, well, then I'll know, hey, you know what, this worked out pretty well, we're gonna do another one. But for now, let's get on to the third song. All right, so the third song, All My Favorite People. And Maren Morris, I've liked her for a long time. She's been around for a few years now, and she's had some hits. She's definitely more recognized than the first young lady we talked about, Aubrey Wallet. She has done some great music and collaborated with some really great artists. And, you know, all my favorite people, I kind of do parodies in my head sometimes when I'm listening to this music. And, you know, when they say all my favorite people, I think about, you know, all the people I cruise with. And I honestly, some of my favorite people are people that I cruise with. You know, just their hearts and the support that they give, and, you know, just wonderful people that I've been able to encounter through cruising, and especially since starting this Coach Cruise channel. And I just like the attitude of, you know, how she talks about all her favorite people, you know, minding their own business, and, you know, just having fun with one another, and taking life kind of carefree and stuff like that. So I really can relate to that song, and I really enjoy that song, obviously, as it's part of the first playlist. And Maren Morris is a great young artist. I hope you liked her, and I hope you like her. If you've never heard that song, I hope you like it. So let's get on to the next one. Okay, here is an oldie but a goodie, and I'm sure it's a song many of you have heard by the legendary Travis Tritt, and it's a great day to be alive. And this is more a song of just being thankful for everything that we have and how blessed that we are. And you know, he talks about you know, cooking some rice in the microwave at the beginning of the song, and you know, seemingly being thankful for that, when, you know, obviously that's not such a big deal, but, you know, just being happy with the little things in life, and you know, appreciating life for what it is, and, you know, all the blessings that we're given. It's just, it kind of makes you reflect a little bit, and just kind of feel good, you know, about the positive things in your life, and not to focus on the negative so much. So that's one song that I really appreciate, and it's obviously a classic, very popular song, so a lot of people appreciate that song. I hope you do as well if you've never heard it, or it's been a long time since you heard it. But for now, let's get on to the next one. All right, here we go. Song number 2 from Bryan on this particular playlist, and that is Sure Thing, one of the ultimate beach party songs. You can't help but think, you know what, those of you that know and have followed my channel a while, you know I do a lot of bar crawls, and we like to party and have fun and everything. You know, and this is a song that I think about, you know, when we're on those bar crawls. You know, or when I'm hearing the song, you know, I'm thinking about all of us, you know, in a big group, you know, just drinking, hanging out, having a great time together. And this is one of those songs that do that for me. So Sure Thing is definitely one of my favorite songs from Bryan. And it's definitely a perfect type song for that, getting you in the cruise mode. You know, if you get a couple weeks before your cruise, like me, just about 2.5 weeks before I go into Mardi Gras for the first time, this is a song, when I hear it, pumps me up. So I hope it does for you too. And let's go on to the next song. So the 6th song is Family. And if you've noticed, if I alluded to it earlier, most of these little clips are only about 10 seconds. The reason they're so short is to avoid copyright restrictions. And not too long ago, I did a video about, you know, friends, people that you meet that seemingly become like family, you know, because of how much you care for them, how much they care for you, the connections that you've made. And I alluded to this just a little bit ago, but you know, just in this past year especially, the number of people that have just come into my life and Anita's life, you know, through going on cruises and doing this channel, and just you know, making connections with people that just have hearts of gold, and just really fun people, even if we haven't made that like, you know, family connection. You know, if chances are, if you've been on a cruise with us, you know, we've hung out and had a great time with one another, had some good conversations, some drinks together, or, you know, a meal together, and just had a wonderful time. So this song, Family, like I said, I put this in a video with people that sent in pictures to me of people that have been, like, you know, that are friends, that have become like family to them through cruising. And it's a special thing, you know, when you make a connection like that. And sometimes it can happen right away, and sometimes it might happen over a period of time, but it definitely is a special connection. So that song, Family, is something that makes me think about some of those connections that I've made with some of you out there and some that I hope to make in the future. So that was Family, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the seventh song, how can I not have this as part of the Coach Cruise mix number 1? Why, you might ask? Well, this song might not be everybody's favorite, by Logan, Mize, but Can't Get Away from a Good Time. For those of you that have purchased a shirt recently, on the back of the Coach Cruise shirts, it says, just can't get away from a good time. And most of my videos, if you listen to the intro, that's all it says is, you know, he starts to sing, I just can't get away from a good time. So if you haven't paid attention to that, that is this song, and you will hear that when you play it in its entirety. I hope you like this song. Again, it's one of those type of party songs where, you know, this guy's like, hey, you know, I'm always ready for a party. I'm always around a party, and you know, we just start having fun and you know, laughing together and things like that when we get together. So again, ultimate type of cruise related feeling when I get on a cruise ship. For me, you know, it's like a good time the whole week long. Just meeting new people and having fun, talking, hanging out, laughing, joking, you know, having some drinks, things like that. So I hope you like that song as much as I do. It's going to be hard to like it as much as I do, though, but I hope you do. All right, well, let's go on to the next song. All right, so DARIUS, RUCKER, and Beers and Sunshine. If you got just that little bit of clip, again, you can see why I make the connection to cruising and getting ready for a cruise and getting ready for that Caribbean feel on that beach, and you know, beers and sunshine, and just, you know, kicking back, relaxing, and feeling good, right? And DARIUS RUCKER, you know, making that switch from pop to country, and like I said, he's had a couple really big hits. So he's done well for himself, and that is just one song that he's done very well with recently. And again, that's a song that you know, will go through time, and people in the summertime will play that song for years to come and enjoy it each time they hear it. So all right, well, let's move on to the next one. All right, so I was just on the Coach Cruise Facebook page, and a lady by the name of Jody, hey Jody, she said, oh, this is a great list, but you should have 5 o'clock somewhere on here. And I was like, Jody, it is on there. And so I think she might have got confused with my list and somebody else that posted a list that had some of the songs that I really liked, but obviously she liked them too, but I think she didn't look at my list or something, I don't know. But Jody, anyway, there it is, 5 o'clock somewhere, and that's just for you, a request just for you, Jody, and anybody else that likes 5 o'clock somewhere. But this particular 5 o'clock somewhere, you know, obviously Alan Jackson with Jimmy Buffett, and you know, the combination of those two, how can you go wrong there? Everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody knows the song. There might be a few of you out there that don't know the song, but most of you do, and you enjoy it, so that had to be included. And so since most of you already know that song anyway, there's no point talking about it anymore, so let's move on to the next song. All right, so Florida Georgia Line. They've had a bunch of hits. And I would say that these guys have really done a great job of being able to connect with young people, but still being able to connect with people that, you know, might be middle-aged like myself as well. I really enjoy their music, and, you know, I mean, the title alone, Sundays, you know, not like Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, but Sundays like I'm in a daze. You know, I think that kind of, you know, typifies, you know, what I mean by, you know, being ready, being in a cruise playlist, right? And when you hear the lyrics to this song, if you haven't heard it before, I think you'll certainly agree with me but it's a very catchy song, and it's one that you'll start singing along to if you didn't already know it in the first place after you hear it a few times. So that is Sundays, and let's get to our final two. All right, for the last two, these are oldies but goodies, classic, iconic Margaritaville. And this is one that I won't get yelled at for, because I know if this wouldn't have been included, I know some people would have been like, how are you gonna have your first cruise playlist and you don't have, you know, the Jimmy Buffett and Margaritaville in that? That's like a no-brainer, coach. Like, how could you not do that? But I won't get yelled at about that, because here it is. You just heard it, right? So Margaritaville is included in this first 12. So that is one song that I won't get yelled at about for not having it included, because I know I'm going to get in the comments. I just know a lot of people are going to say, hey, you should have put this or you should have put that. And that's fine. I actually want that. I want to see that in the comments. But I think literally everybody does know Margaritaville, right? We don't need to talk about that. I mean, classic, iconic. So let's move on to the next song. All right, John Cougar Mellencamp. One of my favorites growing up, and honestly, I heard one of his songs recently. I haven't been listening to him. I don't know if I heard it on the radio or whatever, and I'm like, oh my God, John Cougar. You know, Pink Houses. I'll tell you, once you hear that song in its entirety, if you haven't heard it in a long time, or maybe, you know, if you're younger, you've never heard it, but I'll tell you what, you know, that with 4th of July and everything coming up, I don't think there's a song that can do much better about making you feel good about America than, you know, Pink Houses. You know, it doesn't talk about wealth and everything else like that. It mostly talks about, you know, people, and well, you know what, I'm not even gonna say anymore, because listen to it and see what I mean. But that's it. That is all 12. I hope you enjoyed the list, and some of you, again, you've only heard 10 seconds of it, so you won't get a chance to fully appreciate this list until you click on one of the links in the description and you listen to the playlist in its entirety, so you can hear some of these songs, you know, for the first time. Some of you will hear them for the first time and give your opinion. And I think this is going to be the type of video where I do get a lot of comments, and I love to see those comments. But not only do I want the comments, I also want your recommendations. Now, for those of you that belong to the Coach Cruise Facebook page, I shared these links already with the Coach Cruisers on our Facebook page, and just to start getting their opinion. And that's, I made reference to Jody and Brad earlier, the other Brad, not this Brad. Yeah, it's just one of those things where we're going to work together, right? You put in the comments different songs, and some of you might put some songs in there that I don't even know, that I'll have to do some research on, like the Aubrey Wallet. Like, I didn't know about her 2 weeks ago, and I mean, it was a wonderful beach song, and she made my first list. She made my first list. I enjoyed the song so much, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put this in the first list. I want to put some new music that maybe people haven't heard about, and obviously I want to put some iconic classic music that everybody knows, and I want to put some stuff in the middle that you might not always think about. So that's what went into my list, and I wanted to put something in there that could connect with just about everybody, even if you didn't like the entire list. I wanted to be something in there that, you know what, yeah, I like these 5 and 6 songs, not so much these or whatever, but it's definitely a playlist I could listen to and enjoy, especially if I have 1 or 2 in me, right? And that was the goal. So that's all I have for you. I will say this, I'm going to ask a favor. If you're new to the channel, we are so close to 1,000. Depending upon when you're watching this video, heck, we might already be at 1,000. Wouldn't that be great? But at the airing of this particular video, at least before I started filming, we were at 952. So we were just 48 people away from hitting that magical 1,000 mark. I would love to do that in the next 7 days. That can happen very quickly for any of you that aren't subscribed. If you just minimize the screen once we're all done and hit that subscribe button. For those of you that are subscribed, if you hit that like button, what that's going to do is that's going to make this video show up in more people's feed, and they're more likely to watch it, and then maybe they'll subscribe. So if you can do that, and again, enter the comments. So I hope you enjoyed it, and listen to music, see what you like, and then give me recommendations, and hopefully this is well received, and we'll do a couple more of these because it was fun. All right, take care, Coach Cruisers. We will talk to you later.
I just can't get away from a good time.